So back during my second ever vlog, which was me just going to a bunch of different card stores, I managed to find this, which apparently is a Chinese 151 Pokemon box, and they did have 3 starter exclusives. There was the Squirtle, there was the Venusaur, not the Venusaur, dang it, the Bulbasaur, and also the Charmander. Now, going in order, the Squirtle was actually the cheapest, then Bulbasaur was second, and then lastly Charizard, of course, is a big chase card, so Charmander is loved everywhere. So that one was the most expensive. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for this, but I do say it later in the video where I think I know how much it was. But this was pretty good value. Like, this was a really nice deck box. I forgot the material, but there was even little, I think there was 2. Yeah, there's 2 little card slots there so you can organize your deck. There was also some very, very nice sleeves. They were surprisingly thicker too than normal sleeves that I remembered from like ETBs or whatever. Then of course we got the box of the 151 there, which actually has 6 packs in it. And then lastly is just this Squirtle promo card, which actually not that bad. It is a pretty cool card. Like I said, this is an out of print set, so it is cool to have that promo. Now anyways, let's get to where we're all here, or why we're all here. And why don't we just break this box open and see what kind of cards we get. But something tells me the first pack is kind of cool, not gonna lie. Okay, now we're getting into the actual interesting parts here, which is the packs of 151 that are Chinese exclusives. Now, I've actually never really opened any Chinese limited packs other than maybe like a Ponyta special one, but I forgot what those were called. But going through these packs, they were kind of thick feeling, and I was like, okay, we got what, 7 packs there, I believe. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know anything about this set. I didn't know what to pick from, I didn't know what to look for, I didn't know if there was a card trick. So I just decided to open them up, see what we can get. And this first pack was really interesting, because like I said, this is like a thick pack. This feels like, what, like 20 cards maybe? We got Oddish Kakuna, what, Krabby there. Cubone, I did really like this Cubone art. That was really cute. There's the Voltorb, and that's why I was just putting the Cubone to the side, so that was cool. There's like Kingdra, Grimer, no, it's Muck, never mind. Dratini, Persian, Wartortle, and then we start getting into the interesting like reverse hollows, which are actually Pokeballs, as you can see there. But little did I know this would happen, which was kind of crazy, because I thought this was the hit, and then I'm just like, screw it, I'm putting down the cards. I'm holding too many. I was like, oh, cool, Mewtwo. But I was like, wait, there's one more card. Oh, there's a Nidoking. Wait, there's one more card. Ooh, Gyarados. I didn't know how many cards were in this set, but then I pulled that. Which, just to give a little heads up, that's how much it is. Raw. Right now. So that was kind of crazy. Okay, again, not gonna lie though, coming off that high was kind of insane, because I still had 5 other packs to open. I did the editor thing, I realized it was 6 packs, my bad. But these packs were also kind of tough to open. I don't know why. Maybe because there were so many cards and I think the seal is a little stronger on these. But anyways, you can see the whole brick right there. Let's see what we got. A Rattata, Goldeen, what was that? Magnemite, Magmar. I do like the art of that one though. The Magnemite was pretty cool, because it almost looks like real, but also clay. I don't know, I'm a big fan of the clay arts, or like even the Stitch ones together. Or crocheted, whatever that is. But anyways, now we got back to the cards, which is Poliwhirl, I believe, or Poliwrath. There's Pidgey, Pidgeotto, Eradicate, yeah, that's Omastar right there. We got nothing really interesting past this other than the Marowak, which, I mean, the art is cool, but I like the Cubone one better. Hollow Gengar is kind of cool. Brought to you by Cat right there. Don't mind the cat. Dodrio, and then just a Jinx EX, so nothing too special in this pack, but we still got 4 more coming in. Sorry for that really quick skip there. That was just because I was reorganizing the cards, so it was just take a small break. There's nothing really happened in like 30 seconds there. But moving on to pack 3. So once again, these packs are kind of just strange to open, and I do actually like saving packs that are unique. So I realized I ripped a ton of the other ones, and I didn't really open them too well, so I was trying to be careful with that one. Ended up failing and just ripping it in half. But anyways, let's see what we got from this one, because I'm going to be honest, it's been a couple months. I've opened a lot of stuff. I just have a backlog of things I wanted to edit over time, release slowly as shorts or longer videos like this one. This one was one of the earlier things I actually recorded. On top of, what was it, Searching Sparks booster box. I have the ETB from, what was that, Obsidian Flames, I believe. But I saw this pack when I was doing the first vlog, or the second vlog actually, the car one. And I just thought it would be unique to open it. And then I got this Ninetales, which was, I mean, that's a hit. That's something. Then just another quick thing here. This is technically the 4th pack, but this part I did have to edit out a little bit because there were people walking by me and I don't have the best setup, so I was just cutting out that person for privacy to them and for me. But this one I actually did do a slightly better job keeping the pack intact in front. So this is the one I ended up saving because I did, like I said, have a collection of the cool open packs that are like one-offs, or I just think they're cool to keep. Because, you know, I'm also a collector. So, anyways, moving on, we got, let's see here, we got the Axe is an actual Grimer. There's the Crag, I forgot what the evolved form of Craggy is. There's Gugong? Wow, I can speak. Great PokeTuber here. So we got Arcanine, that's a Dugtrio that we just pulled. Lapras with a Pokeball, that was pretty nice. Same thing with the Snorlax with a Pokeball, and another cat in the background. But this Chansey I thought was really cute. I did end up saving that card too. And then we have a Hollow Machamp. Luckily though, this one did have another interesting hit. Because looking at it, I immediately knew what it was. And that is a shiny Mew. That's full art. The luck in this was kind of just insane. That's why I kind of just took a second to just like, wait. I opened how many packs right now? There's how many in the set? And I already got 2 hits, and one of them is an actual like major chase card, which was that Pikachu. And of course, the cat's back. Don't mind the cat. They'll just be in and out once in a while. But moving on to the next pack. Now let's just move on to the 5th pack. And I realized too, in these next couple of videos that are going to be released, I am wearing gloves because I was super scared of damaging the card. Then I realized you don't really need to wear gloves, and it actually just kind of makes things a lot more difficult to open. So like you can touch a card lightly and it's not going to damage the card that bad. So future videos I will not be wearing gloves anymore. It's just I did it because I didn't want to damage the cards. So the next couple of uploads should have gloves, but the rest shouldn't. Moving on past that. But yeah, we got a Gyarados Pokeball. What else we got here? A Meowth Pokeball. That is pretty cute for the Meowth. This is a Hollow Jolteon. Then what else we got here? Moltres? Oh, no, that's not. Oh, yeah, that is Moltres. I almost said Ho-Oh for a second. And then lastly, just the Hollow Raichu. Unless get the Venusaur EX. Not too bad. That is still guaranteed a hit. However, moving on, we do have only one more pack. Now, I was really surprised here how these exclusive packs had 20 a pack. Or something like that. Like, that's a lot of cards. And I just got lucky with these because that Pikachu essentially paid for the entire box. I'm not really too surprised because, you know, Pokemon cards are really expensive. This box, I believe, was $280, $310, something like that, because it is an out-of-print exclusive. And it was the cheapest of the 3, the Squirtle box, because it was also I was just about to say Bulbasaur right there, and Charmander, but I just thought, I don't know why this one drew me to the Squirtle, but ended up paying off, because like I said, I got that Pikachu. Didn't know it was that big of a chase card, but here we are. Now we got the Eevee with the Pokeball. This should be a Vileplume. This is the Ditto, which I love this card. It took me a second to realize what it was and where it was. That's why I was just staring at it, but I love that card. I have that in my own personal collection. And then just a Mew, which I found funny because I was like, we already got the shiny Mew, and then I saw that, which is a shiny Oddish. That's kind of cool.